Brothers and sisters, to our Pioneer Day celebration, we welcome you to this program. The program has been put together by the Enterprise 5th Ward. Sister Teddy Jones, the Enterprise Utah State Relief Society President, has coordinated this putting together of this program for us today. To begin our Pioneer Day program today, the Bishop of the Enterprise 5th Ward has been asked to give our opening prayer, Bishop Wayne Bunker. So we'll have Bishop Bunker come up and give us our opening prayer, and then we will begin our program. Bishop Bunker. To begin our program today, we would like to introduce to you the DUP Queen. Of course, she was in the parade, so you've seen her already. The Daughters of the Utah Pioneer Queen this year is Sister Charlene Staley. We welcome her and her 4 daughters on the stage with us today. I believe daughter Donnie Lee Staley first is going to give us a history of Charlene, and then the daughters are also going to favor us with a song, The Daughters of Our Utah Pioneers. So we'll turn the time over to the Staley family, and Donnie will give us a short history of Charlene, and then they'll sing for us.
Charlene Yvonne Peacock Staley was born into the family of Byron and Leona Peacock on February 22nd, 1935 in Emory, Utah. The youngest of 6 children, she often wished that her parents had named her Georgia instead, since she shared the same birthday as George Washington. In spite of a girlish distaste for her given name, Charlene appreciated her family with its rich pioneer heritage. Her Danish and English ancestors had settled Sanpete County, establishing homes and proving their faith through many difficult times. Carrying on with their values, Charlene and her siblings worked together on their father's farm, performing additional chores in his dairy and beekeeping business. Charlene also learned many homemaking skills, but she always preferred to drive a truck or tractor for her dad out in the fields. News of the Pearl Harbor attack shocked the nation in December of 1941. Although she was only 6 years old at the time, Charlene witnessed many effects of World War II on her isolated hometown. Her 3 oldest brothers enlisted in the armed forces, serving on both the Pacific and the European fronts. Her older sister moved away to work in California, where jobs were plentiful. This left only Charlene and her brother Perry at home to help their parents the best that they could. In their spare time, they gathered scrap metal that was sent to munitions factories, and also milkweed pods that were used to make parachutes. They took great pride in these volunteer efforts. Although her family felt the strain of these troubled years, their days were often lightened by hours of homespun fun. Like pioneer children from the past, Charlene enjoyed Easter picnics at the nearby cliffs and winter sledding on the chalk hills. She also viewed herself as an expert in aquatic technique because she could always touch the bottom when she was swimming in the old irrigation canal. While her father served as bishop in the Emory ward, Charlene rang the church bell before services every Sunday. This marked the passing weeks until the war ended and her brothers came home, and then their lives settled down to a more peaceful stage. Charlene, as she prepared for her senior year in high school, her parents decided to move to Oregon. They agreed to let her move in with relatives in Emory so that she could serve as yearbook editor and graduate with her lifelong friends. But a summertime visit to Enterprise changed most of these plans. While staying with her brother Carlisle Peacock and his wife Elsie, Charlene made new friends and decided to transfer to Enterprise High School. Undeterred by her status as a new girl in town, Charlene met with the principal, Heber Holt, and volunteered to serve as editor if he would allow a yearbook to be published on an annual basis. He agreed, and she fulfilled her end of the bargain with characteristic flair. But her life soon took a very unexpected turn. Weeks before that fateful Halloween dance, Elsie Peacock told Stan Staley, a local bachelor, that her cute little niece had moved in with them for a while. But she hastened to add that Charlene was much too young for him. Still, he felt compelled to ask her to dance on that Halloween night. Something magical happened as they twirled across the wooden gym floor. And before the night was over, he asked her for her hand in marriage. After giving the matter some time and thought and prayer, Charlene said yes. She and Stan were married on March 21st, 1953, in the St. George Temple. A short time later, she was honored as valedictorian at her high school graduation. True to the spirit of her pioneer ancestors, Charlene continued learning and pushing through the joys and trials of raising a large family. Being creative and resourceful was her way of life. She often altered or sewed clothes for us girls and others in the community. Today, she could share dozens of tips on thrifting, crafting, gardening, and home decorating on blogs. And that newest craze, what is it called? Oh yes, Pinterest. She was a woman ahead of her time. And who could forget her beautiful quilts that won awards at many state and county fairs. Today, each one is stitched with love that will be treasured by her children, grandchildren, and a new generation of great-grandchildren for many years to come. In their later years, Charlene and Stan were thrilled to serve 3 missions in Martins Cove at Wyoming. They cherished these opportunities to walk in the footsteps of valiant pioneers who sacrificed everything for their testimonies of the gospel of Jesus Christ. More importantly, they opened their hearts to thousands of visitors, especially the youth who traveled long distances to feel the spirit of this sacred place. As Stan and Charlene shared stories of the Willie and Martin Handcart companies, many downcast people felt new hope to face their modern-day trials. Countless lives have changed. Today we pay tribute to our mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, neighbor, and friend. She would never presume to stand on the same level with the pioneer women whom she has grown to love and admire. But her faith, service, and dedication surely equal theirs. Thank you, Mom. I have this. For devoting your life to nurturing each member of our family, for teaching us by example to cherish our heritage and our present relationships, even as we reach out to others and pioneer our own unknown new futures. You are truly a valiant daughter of the Utah Pioneers.
the faithful, honest heart.